was going to say something, but you were recording.
Okay, guys, here we are, the next installment on fixing things that are fucked up on my Can-Am Commander. The next problem we've run into is the belt box. I'm sure most of you, especially if you found this video on YouTube, have ran into this problem. The problem being that the Can-Am puts these little tiny shitty brass inserts on the backing plate, and that's what you torque your bolt into. And if you over torque it, or just slightly over torque it, then it's spinning inside of that, and you can't get it out unless you high speed remove it, which is then ruins the hole, and you have to just run a bolt through, which is the quick fix. So what we've decided to do, because if that happens on the trail, I mean, you're screwed. You're never gonna get a new belt on. You can't get it out. A big drill and a lot of parts and stuff. So, well, me and the Madman have decided that we're gonna run bolts from the backside through the back cover, almost like putting a head on a motor. And so far in parts, I've got about 150 bucks spent in the cover, and I bought a new gasket and new O-rings, and then the hardware, the bolts to put it through. So we're gonna pull the clutches off and pull the backing plate off, and we'll see what happens.
Look at this guy down here.
Don't forget that one.
Oh, amazing how much easier that works. And there you have it.
There we have it.
The rings didn't get tore up, but still.
We're gonna replace them
It's
anyways.
good to. What's that?
It's off the other side, off the heat stuff.
Oh, that's rippage from your heat shield.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so.
Okay, so there is where one we had to yank out of there.
That in there.
And there's the other one we had to yank out of there. This one actually found has a little crack in it, so the whole thing needs to be replaced. So now we're on to the fabrication situation. More beer. Okay, so we're starting to work on the new box. These are the studs we put in, so you get an idea what it's going to look like. Now there are a couple of spots, this one and this one, where you see there's going to be an issue. So we are going to come up with another plan for that. We'll show it to you. We're going to test fit this onto the bike with these length. We got 62.5 millimeter bolts, they're actually 60 millimeter bolts, and then we're going to test fit it, so you have to trim any off or cut anything, give you guys exactly what you need to know if you want to do this.
M6.
Yeah, they're M6 bolts.
M6 60 millimeter.
Which were a bitch to find, but we just didn't go to the right place.
True Value will work fine.
Alright, so there's what it's going to look like. We decided that probably 50 millimeter bolts would have been just fine. I don't think we're going to nip these off for the sake of 10 millimeters unless we run into a problem. So we're going to do some modification on these end bolts and go from there. Okay, to fix those tough spots, we cut the head off a bolt. Then we're going to run it through backwards, put a nut on it, solve our problem. With this stuff, which we're going to use JB Weld, but the guy at the Ace Hardware said, try this, so we're gonna try this, and we'll review that as well. So two for the price of one. Okay, so we've got it back together. We've cut the bolts to 50 millimeters, and then we're getting ready to put the other case on, and then we'll test it someday.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there we are, all back together, bolted up. Everything looks good, looks solid, looks waterproof. We put a bunch of anti-seize on the bolts to help prevent any problems. I'll update you with any problems it may have once we test it and have to take it off. We got a couple of ideas we're gonna maybe try with a Maverick that we're gonna do the same thing to. And any questions or comments, please post them, and I'll do the best I can to answer them.